Hello there, guys. Today we're going to take a look at Batman Returns. Now, just like with the last one, I'm going to get the bad out of the way first. The bad with the movie is that, again, the plot is hard to understand sometimes. It's actually kind of easier to understand the first one, but to be honest, it's still really hard to understand what the heck is going on half the time. Well, it's still more understandable, but it's still kind of hard to follow. And what else can I say? What else is bad? The movie itself is a little bit too depressing. The movie just feels too like it. And yes, that's probably a common criticism that everyone talks about, but it's true. It's just so sad. It's just sadness. And there's also some points of the movie that really make no freaking sense. Like the scene where the penguin decides to get a bunch of babies and kill them all. Yes, that seems like a permanent nightmare that'll stay in your brain. I am sorry for that. But this plan makes no sense. I mean, even if you watch the movie, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I've already repeated myself. And then there's also the plan that the Penguin uses to try and destroy Gotham City with penguins. It is so stupid. It makes no legit sense, but it's not really that big of a plot hole. But a big plot hole is when the penguin steals the Batmobile. Now the Penguin's done this before. I'm not sure how in other mediums, but here it's not really explained. His henchmen just get a magical device that can just deactivate the Batmobile's armor, and then just hijack it. They don't even explain where they got this freaking stuff. They don't even explain where they got this technology. I mean, why? How did he get this crap? How did he get this? And I think maybe some other stuff that's kind of wrong, but are probably more nitpicky. How does the Penguin get henchmen? How did he get henchmen? I mean, in the '89 Tim Burton movie, they at least explained that the Joker intimidated a bunch of criminals, and yeah, that would make sense of how we could rule over some of the criminals. But here, it just seems to make no legit thought processing in. And then you have the Penguin's umbrellas. How did he get these umbrellas? Because we're never told if he got money to get this stuff. Okay, those two things were probably more nitpicky, but they still kind of annoy me. And yeah, that's probably the bad aspects about the movie, but I think the good out is kind of even with the bad. It's okay. It's not great, it's not awful, it's okay. That's my opinion on Batman Returns. And then you have the good aspects. One of the great aspects of the Tim Burton Batman movies is their awesome casting. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito as the Penguin, Michael Keaton's back as Batman. Oh yeah, that brings me to another thing. They don't explain what the frick happened to Vicky Vale. I mean, she just disappears. I'm sorry, Tim, but you got to explain what the hell happened to practically our main character in the last movie. I mean, she was practically our main character in the last movie. You suddenly say, screw it, she's not going to be in the movie. I mean, what the hell? Sorry, that's something you need to explain. Oh, sorry, guys. I got off track. So yeah, the casting is great. Danny DeVito is a kick-ass Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer is a kick-ass Catwoman. And Batman is Batman. Actually, another problem with the movie is that again, just like the first one, it really doesn't focus on Batman. It focuses on the villains. And sure, the villains are cool, but it's called Batman Returns. Not Catwoman and Penguin suddenly pop out of nowhere and we focus on them. Why focus on the villains to a Batman movie? I understand that you gotta balance it out, but why focus on them and not Batman? Batman should be the focus, not the villains he fights. Or at least they should be equally focused. Sorry, I get off track. And another thing with the movie, well, what's good is the cinematography. Just like any Tim Burton movie, the cinematography is beautiful. And I just mean beautiful. No matter, even if you hate this movie, you have to admit that you cannot look away from it. The cinematography, the camera angles, the design, it just feels organic. It just feels so beautiful. Like a beautiful painting by Mozart with Michelangelo with him. It's so brilliant to look at. By the way, I have no freaking idea who Mozart is. I assume that he was a great artist. But yeah, if you're a huge fan of Mozart and you hate me, but okay, you have the right to hate me. You have the right to spam the comments, but hey, that's your opinion. And one other good aspect of the movie, what else can I say? Let's see, the characters. The characters are still likable characters. The villains are great villains. They're good villains, that's for certain. The Penguin is sympathetic because he's not a bad guy just for the hell of it. What? I'm copying what James Rolfe said. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but James Rolfe summed it up. He isn't a bad guy just for the hell of it. He's just a misfit. And yes, those are the words of James Rolfe. And also, that's what makes him a good character. You feel for him, but you also hate him as a villain. He's a good character. And Catwoman is also another good character. She just seems so... But her character is a little bit hard to understand. Okay, that's something else James Rolfe said, but he's right. The character is a little bit hard to understand. And I don't mean to simplify things, but don't make things too hard for the audience to understand. But yeah, she's also a likable character. Michelle Pfeiffer plays the part very well. But the character herself isn't really portrayed the way Catwoman should be portrayed. Catwoman is a cat thief who really likes cats, not a supernatural person. I mean, Catwoman in this movie literally has 9 lives. 9 lives. Yeah, just to tell you, that never happened to the character in the comics. At least I'm pretty sure. Did that? Oh, damn it, I don't know crap about comics. Well, okay, I can't say it for certain. I'm just relying on the information I got from the Blockbuster Buster, but... And what else I have to say about the movie? It's, okay, I forgot to tell about Batman's character. Batman is still the same character he was in the first one. He's not really given any much further development, but he's still as likable as always. So that's my opinion on Batman Returns. It has good casting, great characters. Well, I guess that's all you really need to make a great movie. Oh yeah, the cinematography is beautiful. And the rest of the aspects can get annoying, but I think the good balances it out to being, okay. Nothing fantastic, but nothing horrifically god-awful. Just okay. That's all I gotta say, guys, and if you think this dragged it out, leave it in the comments below, and I'll promise to make my review of Batman Forever shorter. At least I'll try. So, peace, guys, and enjoy. For soon we will take a look at Batman.